I'm Mana, a budding VTuber who dabbles in gaming very badly. That's weird. Maybe he had the day off. Fuck. Talking too much and drawing not enough. I've been drawing on and off for a few years and have yet to truly uphold the main reason I endeavoured the hobby in the first place. So I've decided to embark on this journey as I push myself to make a manga, and I hope you can enjoy the documentation of me trying and most likely failing a bunch of times, and hopefully we can learn something new together. So without further ado, let us go. Okay, so I've drawn a square to help envision the sporadic battle of 1,000 different unfinished conversations happening in my head. Today we're going to be working on the inside of the box, which is the plot. A pretty integral piece of what makes a solid manga, even if we just want to be degenerate and draw hand. For the sake of propriety, let's be sure not to skip this one. So, the right top of the box. The material. Pure originality stems from inspiration, so let's be inspired. I've included a little compilation as I made a mood board. There's Konbini-kun, which is fluffy and a sort of friends to lovers BL, and I really enjoyed the budding relationship there. A little Griff Guts because there's always room for berserk, and Cardcaptor Sakura because I wanted a little creature of sorts, and I've always thought Kero was the cutest little mascot, and the old but gold humour of Boren. Then Harumiya because of its inclusion of a whole group of people. I made this on CANVA and it really helped expand my mind as I was able to keep on adding to create this amalgamation of something. I'm sure it made more sense to the past me, but I recommend doing this anyway. The bottom right of the square, the audience. This might not seem so important to some, but it's imperative you establish this with yourself. Often, I find the thing badly written stories have in common is losing the audience they were telling the story to in the first place. Deciding this helps keep you from straying too far from your axis, because the mind of a 13-year-old is wildly different from a 30-year-old. Not everybody is going to be the target, and that's okay. Just be sure not to miss. The bottom left of the box, the setting. Another very, very important factor to decide. We're going to be sensible and adhere to the rules of nature. Unless you're Gintama or Riverdale, then the world's your oyster, and beyond. It's just, unless that's the point of your story, you're not going to be using your iPhone 16 in the Victorian era. So do your research. Where do you want this to take place? When? Where? What's the era? I've decided mine to be current time, in Japan, and in a high school. The top left of the box, the genre. Now, this should be the final step before we can finally decide the bare bones of the plot. So, what kind of manga are we trying to tell here? A good way to kind of narrow this down is to go on AO3 or Manga Plus to scour them for genres. I used Manga Plus to get the trunk of the genre, and then used AO3 for the branches. Putting this all together helped establish how far and wide the manga was going to go, as well as helping me infer what sort of feeling it was trying to convey. I've got friends to lovers, fluff, angst, a little bit of fantasy, romance, shoujo. Now, with all the corners of the box filled, we're going to get into the meat of it all and tear into the plot. I would hope that with following all the previous steps, it would have helped you figure out a sort of story. Whether that could include a beginning, middle, and end. By doing all of this, I was able to come up with this story follows through the eyes of a high school girl in her last year, maybe, who lives in a world that has an established system, like a secondary gender of sorts, called your nature or something, of cute people, hot people, and normal people. It's almost like the Omegaverse, without all the heat and pheromones. It's something that is assigned to you at birth, and it's on your ID. MC is cute. She overhears her longtime crush saying that he likes hot people, and then she comes across this magical talking book which helps her turn hot, like a guidebook of sorts. Anyway, I've come up with a title. I'm Not Cute, the Hot Girl Handbook. So yeah, my idea is going to be a little nonsensical, a little silly, a little fantastical, with all the fluff and the shoujo bubbles of falling in love and stuff, and yeah. It's going to be cute. Okay, so I think we have something to work with here. Thank you for joining me on the beginnings of this rocky journey to making a manga, and for being here to help me fall in love with drawing all over again. The next step is going to be planning. Bye! Bye, 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 bye.